Alright, today we're going to talk about exponents. You know, those little things up in the corner that you probably know lots about. In this first example here, I'm looking at 2 to the 5th power. We've talked before about that 2 is called your base number, and the 5 is called your exponent. And when we say 2 to the 5th power, the 5 is telling us how many times we're going to have that base number of 2. So we will write the 2 5 times, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, and then multiply those out, and we end up with 32. On our next example here, we have 2 to the 1st power, which means we only have one 2. And I want to point out that 2 to the 1st power is the same thing as just saying 2. This 2 does not mean you have 2 to the 0, it just means you have 1, 2, which means your exponent would be 1. And the other thing I want to point out right now about exponents that's really important but we tend to forget is the importance of parentheses. If you look on this example right here, we have 2 to the 3rd power, and then we have that negative sign in front. And that negative sign in front means the opposite of 2 to the 3rd power. Or it means 2 to the 3rd power, 2 times 2 times 2. So there's 3 2's with a negative out in front. So we get negative 8. Now if we go down to the bottom here, because of the parentheses, we're saying that the negative is part of the base number. So this base number isn't 2, it's negative 2. So when we write out what this means, we have negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2, which when you take 3 negatives and multiply them together, you get negative 8. If we go to the right here, I have once again just a 2 to the 4th power with a negative out in front. So it's the opposite of 2 to the 4th power. So translated, that is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 with a negative out in front. And 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 16, so we have negative 16. On the next example, our base number is negative 2. So we have that to the 4th power, so we have negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. And so now I have 4 negatives being multiplied. So we have 4 negatives, they cancel out to positive, we have a positive 16. That parentheses is really important. You want to make sure you honor the parentheses if they're there, and if you're writing something and need parentheses, make sure you use them.